Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Egld. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Now, let's jump straight into the TA. So taking a look at Egld on charts.cointrader. So I just want to do this for every single altcoin I'll be covering on the channel. Just a quick little uh, breakdown of the prices that we're expecting in the next bull market. So if we go to the CoinMarketCap page, you can see that we have 25 million tokens in circulation with 31 as the max supply. So we do have a max supply. That's great. There aren't going to be more tokens coming out into the circulation after 31,415,922 or 926 rather. I can't read for some reason. And yeah, that's very good. The supply is relatively low. For those of you who don't know, Bitcoin has only 21 million coins in circulation. Elrond has 31 million. So if this project succeeds, which with their latest, you could say, changeover, they are looking very bullish. They have a lot of interesting stuff going on. So I do think that their entertainment niche could really be exploding the next bull market. So we'll see how it goes for Multiverse X. But considering that supply, or rather considering the current circulating supply, you can see that we could be expecting these prices in the next bull market. So what I have done is I have taken the low that we printed in December last year, and I've taken the high we printed in November 2021, and notice that I've taken the top of the candle rather than the wick. So what's important is the candle or the closure. And as you can see, the 1.618 and the 1.414 are going to be our targets for the next bull market, and we could be looking at a 32 billion market cap at $1,265 and a 54 billion market cap at $2,139. Now, keep in mind, the market cap doesn't represent the amount of money in the project per se. This simply means that we've taken the price and we've multiplied it by the circulating supply. Simple as that. So for example, $1,267 multiplied by $25 million or 25 million tokens, you get the market cap that we have on the left-hand side. The current market cap is just below $1 billion. So this would be, this would be a 32x to the 1.414 fib and a 54x to the 1.618 fib. So I would say somewhere below $1,000 is probably what we're going to be getting to. So the minimal target is going to be all the way down here at the 1.272 Fibonacci level, which is sitting at $877. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change the fib here. I'm going to change all of those to, actually no. What I'm going to do is going to use one color because the black fib is going to be way better. There we go. So now you probably can read all the fib levels and all the prices way better. So we're going to be targeting the 1.272 as our minimal target, but I do think we're going to be reaching $1,000 at least the next bull market, in my honest opinion. So we'll see how that goes. Now let's jump into the daily chart and back to our usual technical analysis. So obviously we did see a pullback here. We were targeting this channel down pattern, and as we've discussed, channel down patterns typically break to the downside. That's exactly what we got over here. Plus, we're getting the bearish cross on the daily chart, which is sort of a confirmation of the downtrend here. And the last time we got a bearish cross was back in November of 2022. And since that bearish cross, we've pulled back down, further, even further after that. So let's see what are the support levels we could be eyeballing here. So we broke below our golden ratio here off of this Fibonacci retracement. So for this fib, we have the swing low printed, sorry about that. We have the swing low printed in December and the swing high printed at the start of December last year. And as you can see, we retraced to the swing high. We had a pullback and then we broke above and we came all the way up to the 1.414. So we were targeting the 1.618. That's where I would start taking profits. Unfortunately, we did not get that high. You could have taken some profits at the 1.414. I just did not want to risk it. And you could have already bought back in at a significant discount. So from there, we're already down 33.5%. So we're having a little retracement today. And some people are already going, wow, we're probably going into, another leg of the bull market because we're retracing. No, we had a massive dump and now we're just, coming up, little relief rally, and then we're probably going to continue down. I would say March is going to be a very bearish month because we're going to be getting a lot of inflation data in the next week, and I don't think it's going to be affecting the markets in a positive way, to say the least. And obviously the FOMC meeting happening on March 22nd. Although this could be investors actually pricing all of that in advance, the 50 basis points hike, this could be priced in already. So maybe we're not even going to get a massive drop after they announce the 50 basis points potentially. So that's something that you have to keep in mind. I've been dollar cost averaging throughout this dip, all of my buy alerts obviously on Patreon. So what we could be targeting here is the 0.236 Fibonacci level at $35.30, and obviously the swing low that we have here of the fib retracement at $32.38, which is essentially the low that we printed here in December last year. Now, if we take a look at the daily RSI, you can see that we're pulling back down. We're below the yellow trend line, which we actually broke below, and we back tested it as resistance here before we eventually pulled back down, as you can see. So this did play out perfectly. As we've mentioned in the previous videos, we had multiple bounces off of this yellow resistance trend line, as you can see, and we just had another one there. Now we're pulling back down. We might have a little relief rally to the upside, and then we continue down. If we see some sort of a flash crash for whatever reason, whatever other company goes under, just expect the prices to drop significantly if that happens, especially altcoins, and we might enter this purple support block below the RSI of 25. If that were to happen, take a look at every single time we've been in that purple box or purple support block, we've actually moved up from there, right? Because there is, like, the lower you go, the less incentive there is to drop even lower because you're getting very oversold. So I would say these are the best buying opportunities you could have for Elrond, or for Egld, I should say. They're called Multiverse X now. Also, let's jump into the weekly chart on Binance. And before we continue with the video, guys, I quickly want to give a shout out to everyone who has joined my Patreon. Thank you very much. And if you want to become a part of the Patreon and, get access to a lot of exclusive content, such as podcast episodes for patrons only, my trade alerts, my entire portfolio. I share everything that I buy and everything that I sell. If you want to leave some requests, we can take a look at your projects on Patreon. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on there. I try to do daily updates and daily posts in there. So if you want to try it out for free, you can do that as well. There's a 7-day free trial, so you can do that. And let me know what you think. Let's get on with the video. Okay, taking a look at the weekly chart. So we've discussed the support blocks here in the previous video. So anywhere between $45 and $35 is a great buying opportunity. Personally, I'm going to be dollar cost averaging into Multiverse X even more, because I do think this is going to be one of the better performing projects in the next bull market, especially if they continue building and improving on their product the way they've been doing so far. Make sure you do your own research. So if we were to see a flash crash, what are our options on the weekly chart? So first of all, if I bring out the 10 EMA, we're below that, obviously. You want to target this white support trend line. So as you can see, we have bounced off of this white trend line multiple times. So since November of 2021, we had 3 bounces. That was a terrible. We've had 3 bounces, as you can see, in November, in March 2022, in November 2022, and we finally broke out here. Now, what happens when you break through a major resistance level? You see a very strong move to the upside, which, in fact, we did see a very strong move here. This is a strong breakout. Now, what we're doing is we're pulling back down because we want to back test this same trend line, this time as support. So potentially, we could be coming all the way down here and back testing that white trend line as support and moving from there. Now, I don't want to see that happening, because if that happens, we're going to be losing this low here in December, and we're going to we're going to be printing a lower low, which essentially is going to mean that we're continuing this downtrend. And what I want to see is I want to see an uptrend, a local uptrend here at the very least. Regardless of what happens here, I think we're going to be printing another local high in August this year, because or August, July, August, September, somewhere around that time frame, because typically that's what we do in that time. In those 3 months, we print a local high before we move down. And a very good example of that would be the 2019 high that we had. But obviously, Elrond wasn't trading at that time, so we can't really look at it, but you can look at Bitcoin and all the other altcoins trading at that time. We had a local high and then we moved down. So I think 2023 is going to be the 2019 of the previous bear cycle, and 2020 is going to be the 2024 year that we're going to have, obviously, after this December. And I think 2021, which was the bull market, the impulsive move to the upside, which was over here, I think that is going to be 2025. So by the time we get to 2025, I think we could be sitting on the verge of breaking above these highs over here. And once that happens, I think we're going to be flying, because once you get into those uncharted territories, into price discovery, the prices typically go parabolic. So we'll see about that. Let's not get too bullish too soon. Let's dollar cost average while we still have the opportunity, because let me tell you something, a lot of people are going to be regretting not buying at these levels, either because they're waiting for even lower prices, or they're thinking that, I'm going to buy a bit later, and they're going to be buying, once Elrond is going to be sitting up here, at $200 or something, and we're going to be already sitting at a 5 or 10x profit. So just think about that, and that should be everything. Let's just quickly jump into the weekly RSI, see what's going on here. So we're pulling back below this support block on the weekly. I would be targeting this support trend line, this white ascending support trend line. That's going to be a great entry. We've bounced off of that twice before, so based off the weekly RSI, we could be looking at a move all the way down here and a move to the upside from there, potentially, like I said, taking us in August to that very same trend line, pulling back down into September, October, November, with a breakout to the upside in 2024, which is where we sort of get prepared for the bull market. So that's pretty much it. Thank you all for watching. If I missed out anything important on the charts, please let me know down below in the comment section. I'm going to see you in the next update. Goodbye.